Welcome to the video tutorials of the book Methods, Evaluation and Research in Education by Aktaruzzaman. And today we're going to learn how to do median test in SPSS. Often data are available that do not permit mathematical operations involved in calculating the mean and standard deviation. Typically, such data are either significantly skewed or represent an ordinal scale of measurement. In place of either a z-test or a t-test for significance between the two sample means, a median test can be used which asks whether there is a significant difference between the medians of two samples. Median test can also be used for computing more than two independent samples from the respective populations. The procedure of employing the test remains the same, but the size of the table will be increased from 2 by 2 to 3 by 2, 4 by 2, etc. Let's go through an example to clear out your confusion. Suppose two set of test scores for the two independent samples are drawn from two different populations. The two set of test scores are kept in a file median test. Considering the above scenario, now we're going to test the null hypothesis. Here, the null hypothesis is there is no difference between the median of the populations from which the samples are drawn. All the two groups have been drawn from populations with the same median at 0.05 level of significance. Let's check out the SPSS data editor window at the screen. Now, go to File, then open Data and then Data File under SPSS Evaluation folder and open the file Median Test in the SPSS Data Editor. The file is shown in SPSS Editor in the Data view. Let's check the variable view of the data. There are two variables, score and sample, which are of numeric type, and the scales of measurement are scale and nominal respectively. In the values column, the sample is defined as 1 for sample 1 and 2 for sample 2. Go back to the data view of the SPSS data editor. You see the variables at the top of each column and also see the scores of 13 individuals from sample 1 and 15 individuals from sample 2. The pattern of data view is different from the usual one. You can change the data view pattern by clicking the value labels icon, which is third from the right at the toolbar just below the menu bar. Now go to the Analyze menu, then Non-Parametric Test, then K-Independent Samples. Select the test type Median, then take the score of a test drawn to the test variable list and sample ID to the grouping variable. Now define the range as 1 for minimum and 2 for maximum, representing sample 1 and sample 2 respectively. At the same time, click the Options button and select Descriptives. Now click Continue and then press OK. See the output at the screen. The first table, Descriptive Statistics, is showing the mean, standard deviation, maximum and minimum value of the scores of the combined series for sample 1 and sample 2. The second table, Frequencies, is showing the categorization of the scores into two groups, values greater than median and values less than or equal to median with respect to sample ID. Let's see the most important table, Test Statistics. The sig value is 0.128 and median is 43.5. For testing the hypothesis, SPSS needs only the sig value to be compared with 0.05. In SPSS interpretation, sig value greater than 0.05 means acceptance of the null hypothesis, and on the other hand, sig value less than 0.05 means rejection of the null hypothesis. The sig value 0.128 is greater than 0.05, which implies that our null hypothesis is not rejected. So, the two groups have been drawn from populations with the same median. The details of it are described in chapter 10 of the book. This is the end of the tutorial 23rd. Thank you for staying with us. It's Yazdani saying you goodbye.